Thank you, Michaela. And good morning to the Blythewood faculty, community members, distinguished guests, family, friends, and the class of 2018. It's truly an honor to speak to you today. Today is certainly an emotionally intense day as we close this chapter of life's story. It doesn't seem like that long ago when we were all getting ready to start kindergarten. Then, like now, we were excited, but also scared, unsure, wearing paper hats for some reason, and ready for nap time. But if you'll bear with me, I'd like to take us all the way back to 2005 for a moment. You see, kindergarten me loved playing with Lincoln Logs and Legos, and so I was very excited when my dad told me that his children's sermon at church was going to be about being a builder. During that message, he shared a simple poem which reads, "I watched them tearing a building down, a gang of men in a busy town. With a ho-heave-ho and a lusty yell, they swung a beam and a sidewall fell. I asked the foreman, are these men skilled, the men you'd hire if you had to build? He gave a laugh and said, no indeed, just common labor is all I need. I can easily wreck in a day or two what builders have taken a year to do. I thought to myself as I went my way, which of these two roles have I tried to play? Am I a builder who works with care, measuring life by rule and square? Am I shaping my deeds by a well-made plan, patiently doing the best I can? Or am I a wrecker who walks the town, content with the labor of tearing down?" Class of 2018, as we get ready to take on college, the military, and the workforce, I'd like you to consider, are you a builder or a wrecker? In elementary school, one of my favorite games to play in PE class was called Build and Destroy. The builders had the task of setting cones upright, while the destroyers, or wreckers, objective was to knock them down. My classmates and I quickly discovered that it was a lot easier to be a wrecker than it was to be a builder. Unfortunately, this is just as true in life as it was in the game. It can be easier to sit back, to bully, to gossip, and wreck others' self-esteem than it is to get up, encourage, help, and embrace. Luckily, in my time in Blythewood, I've also quite literally got to see the benefits of being a builder. Whether it's late-night shop hours with Miss Deedle or larger scales like our Holiday Wishes projects. You may remember that our sophomore year at Blythewood, we created Home for the Holidays, an initiative where the school and community came together to refurbish a home for the White family, a family that had lost everything during Columbia's historic flood. Out of everything they lost, the hardest to regain was hope. However, we, the class of 2018 and Blythewood High School, were able to rebuild some of that hope. Before we had even finished the house, the Whites were telling us about all the excitement and hopes they had for that Christmas and for the future. But, to borrow words from my favorite musical, Hamilton, that was not a moment, it's a movement. For this year's Holiday Wishes project, we traveled to Main Street Elementary in Lake City, South Carolina, to host an assembly building hope and providing school supplies to students in need. We ended the assembly by leading the students in a simple chant, "I believe that we will win." Now, I know what you're thinking. For a high school graduation speech, I sure do tell a lot of stories about elementary schoolers. But that's to remind myself that anyone, no matter how small, can make a difference. After all, as acclaimed businessman Michael Scott once said, if a baby were president, there'd be no taxes and there'd be no war. Joking aside, I'd like to tell one more story from elementary school that I think demonstrates the importance of being a builder. That story is of one of my good friends from second grade who wanted to be a construction worker. When I told him my plans of owning a hotel, he didn't laugh like the other kids. Instead, he offered to build it. In fact, in second grade, my friend promised me that he'd build me the hotel of my dreams, and all for the incredible price of $1. Having even just one friend who believed and supported my dreams helped build my confidence and made me believe I could do it. He and I drifted apart over the years, and I was surprised to see his name trending on Twitter last year, and was saddened to see that on March 30th of 2017, Ellis Hawkins had gotten into a car accident and was taken from Earth too soon. Although Ellis never got to be a construction worker, to me and all those who knew him, he certainly was a builder. Ellis epitomized that the most important thing you can build in life isn't a building or a car, a business or a career. The most important act of building you can do is to build another person up. Class of 2018, as we go out into the world, regardless of where we're going to college or what career we choose, if we're going to breakfast or brunch after graduation, let's all agree to be builders. Careful, patient, precise. And when we look back, will have constructed a masterpiece. Thank you.